Hello everyone. Today we are going to upcycle a plastic bottle. This was a Bisleri bottle that I had with me. We are going to convert this into a planter by planting some uh, money plant or any green plant in it. So let's begin. Now first and foremost, I remove this cap so that all I get is this surface. For covering up the plastic cover, I'm going to use a chalk paint. This chalk paint I will be using yellow color. If you don't have the chalk paint, you are free to use an acrylic paint, but since I have chalk paint, I would always prefer chalk paints in place of the acrylic colors, because the chalk paints, they give you matte finish, whereas acrylic colors, they kind of give you a shiny plastic coating. But even that is valid for that matter. Now I have already given one coat of this chalk paint so that we finish off little faster, and I am covering it up one more time with the same color for better coverage. So I want to cover the whole bottle with this chalk paint color. Like I was telling, chalk paints are matte in finish, and they kind of dry out very fast too, and they give you that subtle look to your projects. So I generally do prefer chalk paints now that I know, but otherwise the normal acrylic colors that we have are also good enough. One side now I've covered, I'm covering up the other portion too. Always use good quality brushes so that your strokes are not visible. And once you use your brush, immediately soak it into water. If you let it dry just like that, then the bristles, when you try to wash it after the paint has dried on the brush, the bristles of the brush, they kind of break and they don't give you good texture the other time that you do the painting or the coloring. So we are almost over. I'm just covering up the sides now. Okay. The other side also I would like to check upon. A one coat I would like to give. The easily available acrylic colors of Fevicryl are equally good, but if you happen to have the chalk paints, do use them. They are far more better than your normal acrylic colors. Okay, so here we finish. I would like to give some coating to the base also, although not that important, but nevertheless okay. Okay, so our painting is over. Now to heat up or to fasten up the drying process, I am going to use a blow dryer. Actually this is a heat gun, but if you don't happen to have a heat gun, you can also use a blow dryer to dry out fast. You have to see to it that you don't blow dry little too much, as this is plastic after all that we are dealing with. Okay, so this is good enough. I will leave it to dry. Now on this planter, I would be teaching one technique that is called as a decoupage technique. So in that technique, what we do is that we take a printed paper, a decoupage paper, and we place it on the material or on the surface that we want to cover that. Now this is a decoupage sheet, this is a decoupage paper actually. You also get decoupage napkins, both are fine, but I prefer the paper a little more because it gives you little more time to place up and play up with the work that you would like to do. So what I will be doing is, I will be taking this flower which is out here as a portion that I would like to place on my bottle like this. See, now there are two ways I can use this paper. Either I do edge to edge cutting of this paper and remove the motif that I want, or I'm going to tell you today is that even plain water and a simple brush can go a long way in removing this motif from the sheet. So what you would do is, you would take your brush, dip it in water, and you will go around the print that you want removed. Now since it is paper, what will happen? The water will make the paper go thinner and thus easily removable. Can you see here? There is a marking of water which is coming across. You can go over it again and again till the time you don't get the desired effect. So I am going to remove the piece, the print that I want from the decoupage paper on both the sides. We are almost done. Now what we would do is, this edge which has softened up a bit, we will just gently remove from the whole paper. Since it is wet, it will automatically tear away, giving you a natural cutout. It entirely depends upon your choice as to how you want to keep it. Can you see here? I have removed a portion. Now the other side also I will remove. It's entirely your choice how much you want to remove, from where you want to remove. No hard and fast rule. Now I think from here also I want to remove this, and I don't want to be very harsh, so I will apply water little more water and soften the paper and remove the excess from wherever I would like. Let me measure up. See, my bottle has dried up. Now I will place it up like this. I think this is a little bigger, so I'm going to again chop it out a little more from here down. Yeah. Yeah, this is good enough, I guess. Little more from this side. Okay. This is okay for me. Okay, this side also little. Like I said, it is entirely your choice how you would want to place it on the project that you have wanting to do. Now this decoupage work can be done on any surface for that matter. Can be an MDF, can be a plastic like I'm doing, can be a glass, any surface that you would like to do. So this is one piece that I have cut out. The similar manner I have also prepared one more piece. See here, on either side of the bottle I would be adjoining them. Now for sticking the decoupage paper, we require a glue. It is the Deco Magic glue that I will be using. Now this Deco Magic glue is not a compulsion, it is optional. Otherwise you can use a mixture of Fevicol with water. Even that would serve the purpose, and that is called as decoupage glue. So you need not buy it entirely. You can also make it yourself by mixing the Fevicol and water in the proportion of 2:1. 2 caps of Fevicol with 1 cap of water. Now what I'm going to do is I have to stick this flower here. Can you see? Yeah. So I will apply some glue. And I will start sticking it out. Always start from the center and go outward. Always start from the center and go outward, because of the simple reason that we want no bubbles to be there on the surface, right? We don't want layers happening and we don't want bubbles inside. So what we do is from the inside we go outward, so that a layering is also proper. You can always lift up the paper, apply the glue. So this is the beauty of the decoupage paper. Since it is having some body, some volume, so what happens is it gives you time to stick properly. Whereas tissue paper napkin is very thin and it doesn't give you that much of time for sticking, and you have to be a pro in using it properly. Now there is no harm in covering the paper from the top also for protection. You can apply varnish on it once you complete the project. You can just keep it like this also. And this glue will protect it from getting harmed. Okay, can you see how beautiful it is looking? It is looking like a part of it, part of the bottle itself. Now on the other side also I would be doing the same printout, same technique. Either side I'm going to do. So let me trim it up a bit. Like I said, wet the paper and remove the excess. Easy and simple. Maintain the curves, the flower, the leaves, everything should be maintained and proportionate. Okay, this is good enough. Let me do the sticking on the other portion also. Same way I will apply the glue in the center. Place my paper. Check the corners. The paper should not go out of the bottle. So that you have to check out. Then again apply the glue and keep pressing without letting the glue dry up. Now this glue dries clear, so it doesn't matter if it comes out of the paper, and as such we are covering at the top, so no harm in that and nothing to worry also. Only thing you need to see is that you don't damage the paper. You can also glue put the glue on the paper when you come on the edges, so that you don't waste and you don't spoil the surface down unnecessarily by putting lot of glue, right? So this is how you can cover up the entire bottle by this decoupage technique. How quick and fast it was, see, and so very pretty, so very pretty. If you want, you can even shade up the bottle, no harm. You can give some pink texture here since your flowers are pink, or you can use any white color over it. So this coloring is entirely up to you, how you place out, how you play with the colors. Now I will again heat it up using my blow dryer or my heat gun. Since we are Now going to stop here as usual. We are going to further go and complete by little stenciling on it. Easy, simple stenciling. Okay, this is good enough. You can see how pretty this has come out on both the sides. Now for the corners, I'm going to use a stenciling technique. So I'm going to use this is called as a script, the write-up, the script that I'm going to use to randomly stencil my corners. So for this, I'm going to use my stencil brush, my favorite, and this red color, the red colored chalk pink, since this complements with pink also and with yellow also. So I take out some color, put it on my mat. Can be on the cap also, but it's okay. So my stencil brush. Never to waste your products. Always utilize and don't waste your material. So my stencil, I'm going to place my bottle here. Since this is a little uneven surface, so let me try. Okay. Yeah, see here, little more here. Some here, some at the top, a little